Okay. Hey, what's up? Welcome in. How y'all doing? Listen to me. I sound like a hillbilly. In attendance today, O'Neill, check. He's at 2 o'clock. You can't see him. Bruce at 5. Daisy at 6, but on the move. Tongue out. That's a classic bulldog thing. That tongue just likes to kind of hang out there. For classic photography that winds up on greeting cards. Hey, you're turning 60. Tongue hanging out. All right, now she bails. Lately, Daisy, the bulldog, has been like super affectionate. So constantly, if you're watching the live stream, you'll see me reach down like this. You can't tell if you're just listening to the audio. You'll see me reach. That's because she's at my shin, hitting me in the leg with her paw like, hey, pet me, please. So that's what I'm doing. Lately, she's been super lovey. This is not the loveliest dog, Daisy. Daisy is the type of dog that she'll walk up to you wanting pets. And then the second you go for her, she turns around and leaves. I was like, well, why did you? I don't understand. It's like she just wanted to let you know she's there. This is a finicky dog. And then the whole idea, if I wish I had video of this. Bruce, the Frenchie, was sitting there sound asleep on Diana's lap. Diana's got a cup of coffee, looking at the iPad. And then Daisy will be sleeping on the floor. Daisy will wake up, look up, and attack and bite Bruce right on the face. Oh, Daisy. Oh, my God. Okay, hang on. I got to erase the a-hole of the day board. Because we got a new one today, and I don't yet have it written down yet. I've got somebody who's poking around about possibly being a potential sponsor for Asshole of the Day. Rick is curious from TC Paintball because you see, Rick, then your logo would be right here next to the butthole. And then you'd get yet another key moment on the Eric Zane Show podcast daily. Okay. All right. Now, let me just start with this.
Facebook fight. You are wrong and I am right.
Sing it.
You are a stupid prick. You can suck my big fat dick. This is another Facebook fight.
Huh? Stu McAllister. Mitchell, did you reach out to me, buddy, about something about Stu today? You wrote, the account has gone dark. Get Stu. Wait, what can I say? Is Stu sending weirdo messages on Facebook? Tuesday, last night, 11:30 p.m., the tarantula farmer forwards me something from Stu's Facebook. It says, this account has gone dark. Go like the fan page, Stu McAllister, or follow on Twitter and Instagram, at Stu McAllister, or don't. Hugs and kisses. And then Stu wrote, what can I say? I'm surviving. Oh, no. If somebody writes, what can I say? I'm surviving and I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I think I'll be fine. Oh, yeah. That's weird, right? Okay. Is this like well check worthy? What can I say? I'm surviving and I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I think I'll be fine. All right, let's give him a call. I don't care what the hell's going on here. I got to find out what's going on with my boy, Stu McAllister. Probably going to regret this. He's going to start weeping. By the way, I changed up the format of the podcast. Normally when I right out of the gate, I start with the ads. I kind of like this better. Facebook fight. You are wrong. I am right. Oh, shit. I don't have my thing here. Hey. Hey, I'm live right now. I'm live. I got a question.
All right.
Is everything okay?
With me?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, nothing's ever 100%, but I'm all right.
Well, I
What's going
know.
on?
Yeah, I mean, who has that 100%? I mean, I get that. I mean,
Right.
But you see, one of my audience members said you got to get Stu on the podcast because you posted. What can I say? I'm surviving, and I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's that band Bastille.
No, the what?
That's a lyric from one of their songs.
Yeah,
and I think it's relatively appropriate. I think for a lot of people right now, and most definitely appropriate for me.
So is that like It seems to me like a cry for help. Like I got to come over to your house now and I got to
I got to go to work in a half hour.
It's like I got to come over your house and hold you or something. When someone if someone writes a message like that, I'm like all hands on deck. Let's go have an intervention type of thing.
Yeah, no need for interventions. It just again, a lot of life choices going on right now, and it just makes you like going, what the fuck is happening? So it's just adjusting.
Okay. Yeah. It's one of those, you're just uncomfortable.
Yeah. But everybody has been uncomfortable for the last year. There's nothing unusual about what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. We all have, but they're not making like weirdo Facebook posts like you are.
I don't know. No, are you saying that's a weirdo Facebook post? Of all the things I've ever posted, that's the weirdo post?
Wasn't there a time when you were getting canceled like every 3 minutes? Like they would shut you down because you did
yeah.
Somebody had it. I think somebody had it out for you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Someone had it out for me. So I had to reevaluate what the hell I was doing on Facebook. So a lot of changes, man.
Okay. So is this new job or old job that we're going to right now?
New job. I gave the old job the big old fuck you yesterday.
Okay.
And then I start the new job today.
Oh, I cannot believe you. I'm getting you before your first day. Well, good luck. I know it's going to be great. And then in a few weeks, you can quit this one.
Oh, yeah. I'm already planning.
Yeah. Go in there today and put in your 2-week notice.
Yeah. Well, tell me, man, is a 2-week notice a good thing to give?
Well, for you, I mean, you give them every 2 weeks.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, it gives your employer an opportunity to fuck with you.
Yeah, if they're vindictive. Yeah.
In this past one, they did.
Well, then you go to Glassdoor and you turn them in. You give them a bad review.
I guess.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Does that do anything?
Yes. Well, I mean, imagine if you're looking for a job at that place and there's 15 reviews from people who are pissed off. They're going to think twice, and then they're going to struggle. And if you want to get them back, that's a great way to do it. Indeed.com or Glassdoor, you fuck them up with a review.
Yeah, let's get them.
Yes, cancel their ass. Fucking Dr. Seuss Potato Head.
Pepe Le Pew, Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, they're all going down. All those fuckers. Yeah, Chauvin's gonna get off, but fucking Potato Head is fucking in deep shit.
Yeah, poor Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you get back to getting to work.
Hey, did we ever find out if you ever had a potato dick?
Did I ask that? I don't recall.
I'm just curious if it was a little spud.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. That's a Ben joke, you asshole. What the fuck?
All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right. Congrats on the new job. I'll talk to you in 2 weeks when you got a new one.
You got it.
Okay, see ya. There you go. There you go. Oh, my God. Alive and kicking. Said la, 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 la. La 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 la. Okay. Hold on. Let me focus here. Gotta focus. Focus. What is going on? What are you doing? Okay. Facebook war. Facebook fight. I'm not involved. I am on the sidelines witnessing this. But the stage is set for the queen of the forest to duke it out with someone else today. She walks up to me. She goes, so, did you know that if you call someone autistic, that's a problem? Did you know that? I go, I didn't know that. Yeah. If you say, yeah, so-and-so is autistic, people who have autism are offended by that. That's an issue. And I go, I had no idea. And I go, good to know. She goes, yes, they must be referred to as they have autism, as opposed to they are autistic. It's too direct of a label, and it's a problem. And I'm like, okay, I'll take your word for it. That sounds good. I'm glad to know that. Thank you. And because she works very closely with people who have autism. I go, hey, I'm all about that. I'm the type of person who is in tune with today. You know, I mean, I want to be saying all the right things. I want to be using the right pronouns for people, like they and them. No, I'm just kidding you. I'm not going to do that. If someone walks up to me and says, hey, my pronouns are they and them, I'm going to say, fuck you. No one cares. Smell you later. But anyway, she says, yeah, and did you know? Okay, I know that. All right, great. I go, what's going on? She goes, well, some lady on Facebook announced, because, you know, I guess April is Autism Awareness Month, April or May. I can't believe I already forgot. Hold on here. Autism Awareness Month. Should know this. And with April 2nd being World Autism Awareness Day. And I guess blue is the color to represent this. And the puzzle piece is also goes with that multicolored puzzle piece. Which is kind of like it all branches out from there. You know, I mean, if you're going to have an organization, you got to have a color. You got to have something that denotes, you know. I mean, that's all part of it. If you don't have that, I mean, you got to start with the color. You got to start with the whatever it is to represent, in this case, the puzzle piece. Everybody knows that. Oftentimes, you'll see me here with a coffee mug with puzzle piece on it. You got autism awareness. You know, that's what it is. What you do, just like the color pink. The pink ribbon is breast cancer, and then you know, everything's got a symbol these days. Autism has that. This lady apparently got the queen of the forest all pissed off because she's like, "What is it with the autistic thing?" Which sounds a little weird, you know. What is it? People who are autistic, they hate the color blue and they hate the puzzle piece. What's the deal with everybody doing this to people who are autistic? So the queen of the forest sees that, and obviously, you know, like I said, she works with people who have autism all the damn time, and so she begs to differ on well, first of all, how the fuck does this crazy bitch who posted this, how does she know what people who have autism like and don't like? I mean, did you go ahead and interview the people who have autism and say, what are your thoughts on the color blue? What are your thoughts on the puzzle piece? And who in their right mind on a Wednesday morning, a beautiful day in Michigan, the 10th of March, decides to wake up and fucking bitch about this? What a fucking asshole. There's 1,000,001 other things to bitch about. We could bitch about Stu McAllister starting a job and then quitting it 2 weeks and taking another job and then making fucking cryptic messages on Facebook about, hey, I'm okay, I'm going to be okay, all that shit. You can take a run at Stu McAllister. It'd be a hell of a lot more appropriate than taking a run at the fucking color and the puzzle piece, you stupid bitch. So Queen of the Forest, she's like, fuck this. I'm going after this one, man. So this lady wakes up, takes a run at the color blue, takes a run at the puzzle piece, and says, people who are autistic, they don't like this shit. So Diana writes, first of all, you couldn't be more wrong. Giving you one of those, I work with people who have autism. Now, truth be told, she doesn't work with all of the people Daisy, quit licking your frickin' paw. She doesn't work with all of the people who have autism, but in her experience, hello, I didn't kick you. I just shoved you. In her experience, there's no the kids who have autism are not sitting in the classroom going, we got to end the scourge of this freaking color blue in the puzzle piece. We hate this. So she's like, you're full of shit. The hell are you doing, lady? And then Diana drops a furthermore. Now, if you're in a Facebook fight and you've already, dropped the first bomb, and then you follow it up with a furthermore bomb, she means business. And furthermore, it is that you do not say people who are autistic or the autistic or autistic people. You don't say that. That's like the N word. I'm like, okay, I'll take your word for it. So that's weird. You can't say, she goes, you can't say autistic. You say people who have autism. FYI, just thought you should know. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. So she's like, okay, at this point, if you're on the other end of the lady who's taking a run at color blue and puzzle piece, what a dumb thing to park on, by the way. It's just so stupid. She's now got the queen of the forest, and this lady, is the other belligerent in this. She's not going to take that. So I expect a day-long brawl between crazy bitch who's taking a run at color blue and puzzle piece and the queen of the forest. And there is no way in hell this lady on the other end of this is going to emerge victorious. She's going to have a terrible day. You do not want the redhead coming after you, the queen of the forest, in any way, shape, or form. And I'm like, so at this point, I'm at a spot when she brings this all up to me. And what I want to say to Diana is, well, who gives a fuck? But I better not say that because then I'm going to be in trouble. I go, yeah. Oh, my God. She did? Oh, well, you get her. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to, oh, yeah, fuck her up. Oh, yeah, that is just horse shit. I cannot believe that. Oh, my God, that is terrible. I'm so offended. Shit, fuck. Oh, no, my God. And so she just like gets her coffee, walks off out the door. Whew. That's something. So I know that when she gets home today from the school, I'm going to have a full report on the war to settle the score. So just figured I'd let you know that that's how we're going to start this show. And we'll take it from there. There you go. So this show, the live stream, comes to you each and every morning right here at about 8 a.m. In fact, I started on time again. Yeah. On time again, brought to you by my friends at Gift of Life, Michigan. What's going on with Gift of Life? Well, it's very, very simple. Here is the goal. I want you to join the Michigan Organ Donor Registry. Essentially, if you pass in the unlikely event that your beautiful if the inevitable happens to you at an untimely spot or whenever it happens, all this means is that Gift of Life Michigan has the ability to quickly harvest your life-saving organs. Think about that. You can't take it with you, man. So I want you to go to the Gift of Life website, which you can get to by going to ericzaneshow.com. Click right where it says Gift of Life Michigan in the top sponsor scroll. Looks just like that logo right there over my shoulder. And join the Michigan Organ Donor Registry. You could very well save a life. A single donor can provide up to 8 life-saving organs. Imagine that. Your heart in that person, a lung in that person, another lung in that person, a kidney in that person, the other kidney in that person. The liver can save multiple lives. Your tissue, your skin can change the life of someone. The corneas can give somebody sight, for God's sake. Do this. Gift of Life Michigan. You can go to golm.org for more information, but I want you to go and click on their logo at ericzaneshow.com. It goes right to a page that actually is registered in my name. Okay. So there you go. March is National Kidney Month. That goes well with your old pal Eric, who gave one away as a living donor. And I have a live roundtable discussion happening on March 17th with representatives from the National Kidney Foundation, Spectrum Health, and Mercy Health. That is going to go off on my website. On my Facebook page, on my Twitter, on my YouTube on the 17th of March, my dad's birthday, at 10:15 in the morning. I'll do the free podcast, and then I'm going to join the roundtable discussion right after that in a separate live stream. Thank you to Gift of Life Michigan for letting me talk about your initiatives. F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. Jason Terry from Threads Podcast just signed up to work out there. F45 training.com/Byron Center. Work out there. You're going to love it. I'm going to be there tomorrow at 6 p.m. If you're up for it, meet me there and work out for free just to test it out. You, me, we'll shoot video. We'll be on the video. You'll see me struggle. You'll struggle with me, and it's going to be great. F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. Online at f45training.com/Byron Center. Okay. And then finally, the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage invites you that if you are in the market for a mortgage, reach out to Mario from anywhere in the United States. You can start by either giving him a call, 231-332-6505, or go to ericzaneshow.com, click on the emerald green Van Dyke Mortgage logo, NMLS number 3035, and off you go. Thank you so much to Mario and the crew at Van Dyke Mortgage. All right, one more, I swear to God. Last but not least, Horizon Hydroponics. I did Growers 101 with John from Horizon yesterday, and it was awesome. If you're growing indoors, if you're growing outdoors, we're getting ready to prep. You know, some of you people are getting ready for the outdoor growing season. You can start indoors. John talked about how when you get to Mother's Day, when that stuff goes in the ground outside, Mother's Day or Memorial Day, that time period, you can already have plants that are 2 feet tall, for God's sake. Do it with Horizon Hydroponics. Anywhere in the USA, you can purchase on their website, horizonhydroponics.com, HORIZEN, hydroponics.com. Orders $250 and more. Shipping is free. Coupon code Zane Show at checkout. Get you 10% off. Okay, I got a couple of intros I still got to make. Sarah Rook-Ruck-Rutch has one, and I think Bob sent me one. I haven't forgot about you. Got to make those new intros. But I got one here for you right now as this show comes to you live from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. It's the 10th of March, 2021, and the Eric Zane Show podcast begins now.
Hi, this is Boring Dean. When I'm sitting around doing push-ups and watching the paint dry, I think about things that are more boring than I am, like the Eric Zane Show podcast.
Shit.
And now here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, your host, Eric Zane.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Dean, and thank you to John for the guitar work and his project Rubbish. And we are rolling again. Oh my gosh. Just wow. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. I have so much to talk about with you today. Thank you for being here. All right. I'm going to tell you this. Cuomo is not going to be the asshole of the day today. I have nothing Cuomo related. Okay. So we will have a new asshole of the day today. Let's take a look. Who is joining us on the show? Mitchell has shared it. Thank you, Mitchell. I appreciate that. It was good to hear from Stu McAllister. Trent says you look like a hillbilly. Well, I kind of am, man. There is no, and I am amazingly proud of that. That's the transformation. I mean, I drive an old 2003 beat up friggin' Chevy Silverado pickup with rust in all the same spots as everybody else who has one of those trucks have. That is a real remarkable thing to me. If you look at any older Silverado, underneath the doors is this area known as the rocker panel. The rocker panels are eaten away by rust. In a lot of cases, the bottom of the door is destroyed by rust. And over the wheel wells is eaten away by rust. And it's like when they made it, they said, let's build a truck that someone's going to be in love with, and Bob Seger's going to sing Like a Rock to, but let's make it with shitty metal. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous what happened to the years and years of these trucks. I want you on the road today, if you see an old Chevy Silverado and you see it all rusted out, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And that has been my neighbor right across the street, Jordan. He's got a truck that's a 04, same exact truck, extended cab, and it's there's a Cardinal. Oh, hello. Hold on, I'm distracted. Hello, Cardinal. Springtime. Oh, I see you. Oh, you're so handsome. Actually, I think it was a female. Aren't the females bright red and the dudes are like gray with the red beak? I don't know. Isn't that the ADHD is just all over the place right now. Isn't it a thing where if you see a cardinal, I just found out about this. I can't believe I'm 50 years old. I'm hearing this for the first time, that if you see a cardinal, that is a sign. That is actually the departed coming to see you. The last person who died important in your life. That's a cardinal. That's what they say. So, would that be my mother? Either that or Stu McAllister got bummed out that in 2 weeks, he's got to quit his job. And that was actually a cryptic message, and he took himself out. And that's Stu right there outside of my window. Stu, did you just take yourself out? Shit. All right. Before that cardinal showed up, I was talking about something and I forgot what it was. Oh, I'm so screwed. Yeah, it's going to be like this all day today. Oh, my gosh. My brain is gone. I'm trying to look at the comments. Cardinals migrate. He just came from spring break in Cancun. Tio says, all right, buddy. How are things in South Dakota? Man, you're up early. Isn't it like 1 a.m. in South Dakota? Shit. Megan says, shit, I just got an email that says I forgot to weigh in for the diet bet. Oh, no. Yep. Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you did. I didn't even bother, Megan. Don't start a new one yet. I want you to wait on that so that I can drum up the interest. We'll lead up to it, and then we can get more people on it. So we'll give it a week or something like that. Every time I see a cardinal, yeah, that's what I was talking about. What was I talking about? What that got me distracted? I was talking about the trucks. The trucks rusting out all over the place, right? All right. Yeah, I think I'm done talking about that. Patriot Nick, I got you by the hand. I will mention this coming up in just a second here. Patriot Nick is doing great things this weekend. I love this guy so much.
I'll get your fucking skirt off and chug that fucking beer, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get this fucking show on the road, bud. Come on, guy.
Dude, bud, guy. Get your fucking skirt off and chug that fucking beer, dude. Come on, bud. All right. I got Dear Meathead today. It's in half an hour. Brought to you by JM Synthetics. I've got two questions. I got one from my Facebook post that I made yesterday. The Facebook post has dad on the roof, the picture of my dad on the roof with a chainsaw cutting branches on somebody's roof. That was 3 years ago. There's no way he should have been doing that. Standing on a roof with a chainsaw. Guy's got freaking dementia on a roof, cutting branches with a chainsaw. That chainsaw is the one that he's selling my pal Tim, who actually has a question today. So I got a question from Pellerito on Dear Meathead. I got a question from Tim. They need advice. They need his thoughts about anything at all. If you want to send them along, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I might need a couple more than that. Send it along on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Okay. I talked to you yesterday about the kid that blew up the bomb, showed up to school near where, well, not that far from where I live. I live in this part of Michigan. He lives north of it, probably 45 miles. But it's a well-known redneck community of fucking kooks. All right, this is the community. This is where this comes from. You remember I told you about the dipshits at Jimmy's COVID House, that restaurant in that area north of here that said, fuck it, there's no pandemic, we're staying open, we're gonna break the law, we're assholes. That's where this is. Okay, so this is the brand of logic that courses through the brain cells and the veins of some of the people. It's that type of boy. Okay, here we go. Everybody's got a rusted out Silverado up there. This dipshit kid brought a bomb to school, set it on his desk, and lit it, and it blew up. And what started out as a story was first at school. You know, they're like, oh, yeah, nobody got hurt. The kid lit off a firework. First of all, a lot of people were hurt. Wrong. And it wasn't a firework. It was a bomb. Okay. Cops said, we don't think he wanted to hurt anybody, though. You know, in this story, it's almost better if the kid did want to hurt people, because that at least would be, well, I mean, that happens. Sometimes people lose their mind. That would be a better storyline than he didn't want to hurt anyone. He's just a dumb fuck. Okay? You're almost better off in this story if the kid said, I want to blow everybody up in the school. So there's like kids next to him. They got hurt. The teacher got hurt. This thing is so fucked up. And then there was, the police are now searching the home. They went to the kid's house. There's more to this story. We're going to get to that in a second. You know that guy who used to be on, what was that reality show, that talent show? Was he on America's Got Talent, Piers Morgan, or Britain's Got Talent? Remember him? Or what show was he on? He was on something. You've seen Piers Morgan before. Well, you know, I think he pretty much does a lot of shit over in England now exclusively. In fact, he was the host of Good Morning Britain. All right. And this guy is a huge baby. He had a meltdown and he freaked out on the set of Good Morning Britain. And this is about as close as what I'll talk to you about the royal family. And this doesn't really have it does have something to do with the royal family, but it's more focusing on how much of a bitch this guy is. The company Hertz Rent-A-Car. I was shocked at this story. Thank you to Bleeding Heart Brian for sending it along. I'm always interested when I hear stories about people who are wrongfully convicted and then they are released, and just thinking about, my God, the amount of time this person spent in prison. Now, this guy here in Michigan was in jail for maybe 5-6 years for a murder he didn't commit. Okay. And this is just flat out ridiculous why he was even in prison. Because, boy, the alibi was so rock solid. And how is it that the Hertz rental car company kept this guy from showing his alibi? What? How could this possibly be? I'm going to cover this whole story. They talked about it on the Lansing TV station. You're not going to believe this. A lady, you ever hear about people who, they get adopted, and then, when they get older in life, they're like, boy, I feel the pull of finding out who my birth parents are. I need to know, which never works out. I mean, you realize more often than not, it's going to be a bummer, because you know how they gave you up when you were a baby, and you know how they spent no time looking for you as you grew up. There wasn't a reconciling or anything. They basically like, yeah, I'm giving you up. I don't want to see you anymore. And then the one who's the kid who's given up, always like looks for the parent. And then like my brother Paul did this. My brother Paul, he wasn't I guess he was adopted. I know he was adopted, but it was an abandonment. My brother Paul, push-up Paul, prior to even being born, when my sweet mother, God rest her soul, was pregnant with him, the husband flew the coop. And my brother Paul, he had this, I got to go find my dad. And he found him. And you know what he found out? His dad was an asshole. And so he's like, my brother Paul is like, he meets him at a bar, and the guy's just fucked. You know, I mean, the guy's life is a shit show, and you can tell. Paul takes one look at him, and you can tell he's got one foot in the grave. And Paul's like, shit, man. He went out to California to find this guy. He finds this dude and sits down with them. They have a beer, and the guy's a total dick. And Paul's like, all right, well, smell you later. He's like, fuck, I'm going to the casino. This guy, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm going to Vegas, getting myself a hooker and blowing all my money. This guy's a piece of shit. I don't know why I came out here. Let's go gamble. Whew. My God. All right. But what this lady found out, she didn't find her dad, but she found out something about her dad that is insane. My God. All right. So again, I need you for Dear Meathead, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Check it out. See if anybody is heeding the call. Remember, people with autism. You cannot say, hey, Joey's autistic. I did not know that. I acted like I knew that. Thank you to Tom. He wrote in. Dean. Okay. Chris D is in the house. All right. Excellent. Very good. All right. Where was I? Saying hi to Adam. Adam up north. Adam the Odd. Stevie is here. What's up? Let's see. Pain in the ass. Dirk. Chris is here. Thanks, folks. I appreciate it. Please share, like, or retweet. If you're on Facebook, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page, brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair Grand Rapids Hybrid. Twitter, retweet it, brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And when you retweet it, say something mean about your old pal Eric. YouTube, brought to you by F45. Subscribe to the page. Hit the bell notification and like it. Eric Zane Show on YouTube. First day, we have a big day today, I should say. This is big because the NFK and I venture out. We have a 2:45 sharp appointment with the new neurologist. Kevy is going to meet the new neurologist. So we got the eye appointment out of the way. No big deal. Today is a new day for Awkward. I'm expecting the usual for the NFK. But this is very, very important for his continued progress through his health. Being that he lives with his sister now here, she's like all over it. Kevy, we got to go to the dentist. And he's like, goes kicking and screaming every time. I don't fuck this. I'm not doing this. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck you. Fuck that. And she goes, and she just sits there and she's like, yeah, okay. Are you done? Yeah. All right, get your ass in the car. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll drive him. I'm not, oh my God. So he's extremely irritable because today is the day he's got to go see the doctor. He is not about it. We are not on the same page, but he begrudgingly goes. So I'll give him that. Big day for the NFK. And then tomorrow we go see yet another doc to learn about the neuropathy, which I understand is treatable. And his has not been treated, so he stomps around here. And I want him to get the see if we can get something done with the neuropathy. So he can feel his hands, and I don't have to clean every appliance every 3 minutes because he wipes peanut butter on the doors because he doesn't know that his hands are coated with food because he can't feel his hands. And then the walking thing. He stomps around like Frankenstein had sex with a penguin and made Kevin. And he can't. It's just he stomps his feet. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Just so that I can sleep in on the weekend. at 7 o'clock, I want to sleep in at 9:30 on the weekend. I can't because he's downstairs. Boom, 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 boom. Holy shit. Okay. Before I get to the story about the dad who, the kid who brought the explosives to the school, there is a birthday today. One of the Eric Zane Show podcast members has a birthday today. I think it was Pain in the Ass Dirk, Red State Dirk, QAnon Dirk, Conspiracy Theory Dirk, Alex Jones Fan Club President Dirk. Adam says Kevin needs to be referred to as Penguin Stein. Yes. He said, hey, man, it's Jessica's birthday. Do your thing. Happy birthday to Jessica in Nashville, Tennessee. Everyone loves you. I love that too, Zane. I hope to get a couple of shots of Fireball at the bar from some fucking guy who I'm going to take home later on tonight, Zane, when we celebrate my birthday. So, Matt says, happy birthday, Dirk. No, Dirk doesn't have the birthday, dumbass. It's Jess's birthday. All right. I want to talk about this too, because there's something going on this weekend. Patriot Nick he has Zoom trivia this weekend with a chance to win a Patreon Tier 2 membership for my Patreon for 1 full year. Now, that's valued at $108. Okay. What you got to do is you got to go over to Zaniacs United to add your name to the list of competitors. Zaniacs United is a Facebook page. Go there, write in announcements. That's where Nick's announcement for what I just said is. Put your name on there, and then you play. Nick, do we have a time on that? Oh, my God. How can you possibly neglect the time? People the first thing they do is they look at their schedule to see what's going on. If you want them to play, I'm going to need to know the time on that, Nick. And what day? What time are you doing Zoom trivia to give away this prize? Okay, now he writes 6 p.m. Is it Friday, Nick, or is it Saturday, Nick? Come on, you can get it all out. Spit it out there, caveman. Come on.
I'll get your fucking skirt off and chug that fucking beer, dude. Yeah. Let's get this fucking show on the road.
There we go.
Come on, guy.
Saturday, 6 p.m. with Patriot Nick. I think he has a grand total of 0 of you who want to play. So he wanted me to make sure that I kicked that in the ass for you so that you know he's going to ask you trivia questions. If you win, you get 1 full year of Tier 2 Patreon, which gets you all the shit on my Patreon. All right? So just bear that in mind. He says the feed is delayed, peck ahead. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you play 6 p.m. Saturday or not? What? My God. That's all you need to know. Go to Zaniacs United, sign up for it. Thank you. And I appreciate that. It's very kind. Okay. Yesterday we talked about this dumb shit kid. Goes into the classroom, brings a bomb, lights it off. They say now, instead of, yeah, nobody's hurt and it was a firework, they're saying, no, the kid's severely hurt and it wasn't a firework. It was a bomb. So they right away, this is what you do. When your kids act like assholes, the first thing they should always do is go to the parents. And they did. And they oh boy, dad is a fucking dumbass. Check this out.
Has been charged after his 16-year-old son allegedly.
It says dad has been charged.
Has been charged after his 16-year-old son allegedly set off explosives inside Newaygo High School.
33-year-old David Saylor faces several charges, including possession of a Molotov cocktail. Police spent the day at the family home detonating more explosives.
News 8's Ruben Juarez is there tonight with the very latest on this case. Ruben.
Wow.
Hey guys, we're on the corner of 95th Street and Spruce Avenue, a few houses down from where the student who set off the explosives and his family live. MSP right now searching the home for more explosives, and within the past hour, we have heard a couple of them go off. The student's dad, David Saylor, facing the judge this afternoon in court, and the judge had some strong words for Saylor. A day after his son set off an explosion inside Newaygo High School that rattled an entire community, David Saylor was in court facing 2 counts, one for having possession of a Molotov cocktail and another for contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
It is disconcerting to the court, the choices that you've made as a parent that have put not only your own children at risk.
Is this judge a robot? Is there any chance this judge can work some inflection into what she's saying to this guy? If I'm the guy and the judge is talking to me, I'm like, can you just shoot me now so I don't have to hear you?
But the children of the community.
Saylor's 16-year-old son brought explosive materials to school, which detonated. His son lost his thumbs. He's currently in the hospital.
He lost his thumbs. How's he going to get to work?
Students and a teacher also ended up in the hospital with minor injuries.
Quite honestly, sir, there was a period of time that a number of people.
Dad, you have affected my masturbation life forever. Fuck you.
In this community were fearful for the safety of their children, no matter what school they went to in this county.
MSP finding explosive materials in his home on 95th Street. Investigators saying that Saylor's son told them the two have made explosives and detonated them several times at the home.
Nice.
It appears that there were other devices found at your home and or explosives.
Thank you, Judge, for doing such a great job in this arraignment.
That could have been also very dangerous or are dangerous to not only your family,
we
but
get it.
your,
Hurry the fuck
neighbors
up.
And the public.
Oh, God, I hate that judge.
Saylor is currently behind bars on a $100,000 bond. MSP will stay on scene until all explosives have been removed. Reporting from Newaygo County, Ruben Juarez, News 8.
Ruben Juarez reporting News 8. All right, let's get this out of the way early. The unsponsored asshole of the day is, can you imagine if I wrote the judge? No, it can't be the judge. Yeah, it's got to be this dad. What a loser. What a fucking loser. Hey, son, let's bond by making bombs. Dumbass. David Saylor, the dad, is your asshole of the day for Wednesday, March 10th. I got nobody else in the hopper who could be the asshole of the day today. Maybe later. There's still lots of time. If one of you steps out of line, that could happen. But for right now, it's David Saylor. Shit. You know what I forgot? I just realized that nice, fantastic stand that Dirk sent me because he's so kind, I left it in the truck, which I use for my phone for Dear Meathead. I'm going to have to adjust. Damn it. Sorry, it just popped into my brain. Okay, once again, send questions for Dad, Dear Meathead, Eric at EricZaneShow.com on the Shoreliners striping inbox. But this guy, what an asshole. This kid. The kid, it's just sad that his dad is such a piece of shit. Terrible. Oh, my God. Hey, if you want me to promote your business, reach out to me, Eric at EricZaneShow.com. I'd love to have you part of the program. I can talk about you. I can tell people about your business, whatever it is you do. If you have a teeny tiny, very, small budget, I guess, for lack of a better term, or something that's more elaborate in scope, I can provide you with a marketing package that suits your budget, okay? The reach of the show is bigger than ever. I'm very blessed by that, to have as many people that pay attention to the show. as I do on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, not to mention the audio downloads. It gives me kind of like a perspective or a number that I can show you how many people are actually listening to the show, and then we work out your marketing budget. Send out your inquiry to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com, and I can tell you how it works. We have a paintball event, Paintball War Lucky 13, The Taxman Cometh, Sunday, March 21. It's right around the corner. I've got 11 or 12 booked, and I need more. I'm trying to get that hockey goon Tristan Grant to be there again, and I would love any newbies. So everybody is welcome. Anybody a newbie, reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. If you've played before, I want to see your beautiful shining face again. This is Sunday, March 21, 5 p.m. start. Pizza party from BC Pizza to get it going. That's BC Pizza, the Grand Rapids location on Lake Michigan Drive. After we have our pizza and our soft drinks, then we start the play. The $35 that you spend on it is going to get you the gun, the mask, the paint. Normally, that's a $48 cost for this exact thing if you're doing it during a non-Zane Show event. But it's $35 for you. So reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. In a perfect world, Rick has a sign-up sheet, sign-up link, but he's like, I don't know what happened. It's like that's so elusive now. He doesn't. It seems like, yeah, hey, this is a great idea. I'm going to do it, and then like 3 paintball events later, we still don't have it. Thanks. So there you go, TC Paintball. Kent County Health Department reminding you, accesskent.com/health for everything pandemic related. Where you get your vaccination. If you're in line, your right spot in line. And then, of course, also COVID testing. They're still digging out from what has happened in the past year. God, I cannot believe it's been a year since like it really started to get real. I just look back on this and I'm like, man, it's just incredible that 1 year has passed. And you remember when it all started? There was all that confusion. Should I wear a mask? Should I not wear a mask? Is this going to last more than 1 week? Will anyone die or whatever? You know, I mean, it's just really, really strange. And then all of the storylines that have developed from it, who's right, who's wrong. So much has happened in the world in a year. It's not something that I look back on and go, wow, isn't that something? Or with any type of joy in my heart. For God's sake, it took my mother's life. But it's like, wow, we really have been through the ringer together. In a lot of ways, I feel that we're all closer because of it, in a way, even though some of us are like, well, you're stupid. I still feel like we're closer together because of this. I don't know. It's really weird. But anyway, I completely digress. The Kent County Health Department has everything you need to know about the pandemic that you have any questions about. Not to mention the stuff that they normally work on, and that is getting your kids inoculated with vaccinations for measles, mumps, rubella, and things like that. All right, accesskent.com/health. And then there's my pals over at Hey Guys Media Group. This business started, they're kind of like consultants about how to start a podcast. People do this all the time. Hey, I want to do a podcast, and they do a podcast. It doesn't take that much, you know. This is a few $100s worth of equipment here, believe it or not. It's easier to get started technically than it is to get to, if the logistics, get them up, what platform you're going to use, editing, software, things like that. Hey Guys Media Group takes all the thinking out of that, and they help you. You pay them, and then they help you with your first 4 podcasts, everything you need to know, and then they shoo you out of the nest, and you're doing it on your own. So this is a one-time cost. Okay. If you like, you can still use them for consulting for your podcast, for coaching, things like that, because they're all podcasters themselves, and they're awesome. So this is what I want you to do, is just start by reaching out to them at their website, heyguysmediagroup.com, and ask about it. Mention that you heard it here on the show, and then they will hold your hand through it, and they'll tell you how much it costs, what they can do to help you. And I highly recommend this. If you're starting it out, this is who you need to call. I was fortunate just because of being exposed to this in radio, what to do to get a podcast up and running. And I had to learn a lot of things. They take all the thinking out of it. All right, there you go. HeyGuysMediaGroup.com. We are 4 minutes away from Dear Meathead. And so I don't really want to start anything new because I just won't have the time to do it, I also have some celestial excitement that I'm going to get to. And you're like, oh, no. This is cool as shit. It's always cool as shit. You guys just don't know what you're missing when you roll your eyes at me when I come up with something that's absolutely fantastic on celestial excitement. Okay? You know what else I heard the other day? I didn't hear it. I read it. The very famous astrophysicist Carl Sagan. This is like a preview of celestial excitement. It's something that's going to blow your mind. I swear to God, if you just stay with me here, no cracks, no jokes, just listen. I read this. Carl Sagan, that's the guy behind Cosmos, He was cool. He was Discovery Channel before Discovery Channel. He was Science Channel before Science Channel. Somebody said to him, hey, how many planets are there? I'm sorry, how many stars are there in the known universe? Give us an idea, something practical that we can wrap our minds around. So he came up with this. He did some math, and he figured out that if you measure the length of every beach on Earth, every measurement of length of beaches, and then took the average width of those same beaches and the average depth of the sand on the beaches, you'd have a number. It's something like a 1 with 17 zeros after it. That number would be the number of grains of sand. It's an almost incalculable number that you've never heard before. It's that big, grains of sand. You know where I'm going with this. Then he took the number of stars in just our Milky Way galaxy, just our galaxy, which is estimated to be between 200 and 400 billion with a B. Okay? He took the conservative side of that, the 200 billion in just our galaxy. Then he took the number of galaxies in the visible known universe. Okay? Known. Seen by Hubble. The Hubble telescope, which is, we didn't really have the access to see into the past, all these different galaxies prior to Hubble. Because when you shoot a telescope from the Earth, there's so much interference from atmosphere, it's tough to see. But you put one out in space with no atmosphere. Now we're talking. The number that they came up with for number of galaxies is astronomical. You take that number and multiply it by that first number of 200 billion. Okay, that gives you a number of stars. Generally speaking. That number of stars is a 1 with 25 or 22, I think it was 22 zeros after it. And you're like, wow, that sounds like a lot more. Now, again, we're talking about grains of sand on the planet. This is what it breaks down to. This is the one that's going to warp your brain. For every 1 grain of sand on Earth, there are 10 suns or stars. What? Think about that. All the beaches, all the grains of sand, individual grains. For every 1 grain of sand, there's 10 stars. You don't believe me? Look it up. I'll link it. I'll link it in the show notes to what I read. It's exactly as I said it. I'm great at ripping shit off, man. I'll do that any damn day. Oh, my God. Can you believe that, though? Some of you don't believe that, which bugs the shit out of me. I hate it when you don't believe everything I say. Okay, hang on. How am I going to do this? Oh, shit. Hang on. This might help me. I think. got a kind of a janky setup today because all right, this is not going to work. Oh, that's going to work. Dear Meathead, brought to you by JM Synthetics. Online at jmsynthetics.com.
Good morning, son.
Hi, Dad. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Never better. I was just blowing the audience mind with a fact about space. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
Carl Sagan said that for every grain of sand on the Earth, there's 10 stars in the known universe.
For every sand?
Every
grain of sand?
Yeah, every grain of sand, there's 10 stars.
Wow. In the skies.
Yeah.
Holy cow. How come we don't see them?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think we can see him from where we are. I think
it's that far up, in other words.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
well, we're conquering one of them already.
What do you mean?
Well, there's somebody out there that traveled so many months to get to it. They landed on it.
Oh, you're talking about Mars?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the probe, and that's kind of like in our backyard here, you know?
You kidding?
Yeah.
I can't even think about seeing it, let alone seeing it.
The distance from Earth to Mars is the equivalent of you going out to get the mail.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Pretty
you
crazy.
You really got knowledge, man.
I like it. I really like. I do like reading about this sort of thing.
Well, that's awesome, honey.
Yeah. So
I'm proud of you.
So how's it going, Dad? Everything going well in your world?
Well, yeah, I'm dressed up, ready to. Zach called up, and he wanted to go out with me. So.
Yeah. Now, are you sure you're going to do that? I mean, you only got the one vaccine.
Yeah, I know. And he just all he does right now. He has not been inoculated either, so it's a little problematic.
Yeah. Now, I talked to you yesterday about this, and you said you were going to tell him that it might be a good idea if you don't go.
Well, I don't know. I'm teeter-tottering with this because he's all by himself also, you know.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, wouldn't you want to be, better safe than sorry? Because yes, you have the one vaccination, but I mean, they say that you shouldn't mingle with people who are unvaccinated until you actually have the second one, right?
I agree. I'm not going to have an argument over that. I know that.
Okay, so
it's just that I don't know what to do with it right now.
Well, I know. Yeah, so you're gonna like roll the dice, huh?
Right.
Okay. I wouldn't, but it's up to you.
It's a closing car. Well, I'm going to open my side of the window while he's driving.
Yeah. Okay.
So hopefully everything will be all right. I don't know. I'm trusting in the fact that I'm vaccinated, but I still got a second one to go. Second dose. So
you don't strike me as the type. You don't strike me as the type who, if you have a chance to be compromised, you'd worry about like breaking his heart or anything. I mean, all you got to do is say, "Hey, Zach, I don't want to go anywhere until I get my second vaccination." What does Joanne think about this?
Well, Joanne agrees with me.
Okay.
She's not pushing it because somehow or other we are depending on this vaccination that we got. It's already time for repeating it. That hopefully we're protected, you know. Tomorrow is my second dose.
Yeah, but that's not going to help you today.
No. I know. I have no argument on that. It's just it's a dumb thing, but I feel bad for my neighbor. You know, my friend.
Okay. Well,
I mean, he's all by himself.
So, do you think you'd feel that way if, let's say...
No, I would not. I know what you're going to say.
If you get COVID, you're going to be like, why did I do that?
If I get COVID, I would be dead.
Well, there's a pretty good chance. So you're basically that. All right. Well, maybe this is a off podcast conversation. because I don't know if this is a good thing, man. I'm just gonna say it. I think
I agree 100%. I have no argument on that.
This is rough. I wouldn't do that. I mean, well, here's the thing. It's literally you have in 1 year you have gotten to the day before your second vaccination, and the one day before you're gonna go out. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It doesn't make sense.
No, I mean you've been here. You've come this far. You've stayed away from people for 1 year, and the day before your final vaccination, you are at the end of the game. You got one more space to go, and you're gonna go. What the hell? That doesn't make any sense.
The thing I don't understand. There's another guy at the other end, which is my friend. He even asked me to do that.
Well, then he's foolish. That's okay. People make mistakes all the time. You need to call him and say, I have second thoughts. Let me catch you in 2 weeks. And then that's it. And then make it short and sweet and get the hell out of there.
Joanna's agreeing with you.
There you go. When you get done doing this podcast, you got to call him up and say, hey, how are you, Zach? He's going to go, okay, because he's from Iran, right?
No.
Where's he from?
Here. He's from, where the hell is that?
He's Iraqi.
Egypt.
Egypt. Okay. So say, listen, hey, man, hey, you're not going to believe this. I've been thinking about it. I couldn't get to sleep last night. I'm getting this vaccine tomorrow. I'm just going to wait 2 weeks until we go. Oh, okay, Ruben. Yeah, okay. Well, hey, I got to go take a dump. Smell you later. And then hang up on him. Yeah, that's what you do.
Oh, you cracked up.
Oh, yeah. This is easy. And don't be dramatic about it. Just say, hey, how you doing, Zach? Oh, I'm doing good. Hey, I cannot wait to see what you're going to show me. But I just realized I don't get vaccinated until tomorrow. So I'm going to get vaccinated. I'm going to sit here. Joanna and I are going to do our thing for 2 weeks, and then we go. And he's going to go, okay, all right, I'm going to go eat some dolma. So, all right, that'll be it.
Hey, you got the language down, Pat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, these Egyptians, man, they're always going to try to take you for a ride, Dad.
Oh, no one does any of that. He's the only guy probably.
All right.
I'm surprised that he offered it. I really am.
Well, you don't need to worry about it. Just do that for your old pal, Eric.
All right. We'll see how it goes.
No, bullshit. You said that. You got to say, I am not going. I will tell him as soon as I get done.
All right, let's go on with the
show. Okay, hang on. All right, Mike writes this.
Hi, Mike.
Dear Meathead, I have a friend who is very easy to manipulate. The last few weekends, I peer pressured him to drink many more beers when he says he doesn't want to. Both times, he drinks many more anyways, to the point of getting sick. Whose fault is this? Is he at fault for deciding to drink more, or am I at fault for pressuring him so hard to drink? And should I keep pressuring him to drink?
Well, I don't think you should pressure him to drink, but he's got to have his own mentality and intelligence. Hey, I don't want to drink. Don't you think anybody offered me a drink in here for 20-some years that I have not drank?
Exactly.
It's got to be a person that is going to intake this liquid.
Fuck off.
It's got to be a person that's going to intake this liquid, you say.
So stop. Don't offer to do that. Hey, don't even volunteer or don't even accept it. No, I'm sorry.
Fuck off from Hayward.
Okay. All right.
I mean, the mentality is given to you to use it. Mind over matter.
Okay.
Mine says I can't drink. You do not drink.
I got to write this down. Mentality is given to you to use it.
That's right. Now you use it either for or against you.
Okay. Yes. Gotcha.
Don't be stupid.
No.
Fuck, man. I'm fucking hammered.
Okay.
That's my adverse side talking,
No, that's all. Hey, you know what?
I cool sometimes.
Hey, that is real talk. Dad. That is what we call real talk.
Yeah, you know, this whole world would be in better shape if we stuck to the personalities that we are trained or taught by our parents to this is a no, this is a yes. Hey, we'd have a good world.
If we stuck to no and yes, we'd have a good world.
Yes. Let that be a lesson.
Dad, I couldn't have said it better myself.
I remember a guy that spent over $2,000 in 24 hours. Now, how smart was that?
Wait a minute. You're taking a run at me, aren't you?
No. I'm just making a comment.
Oh, Bull, you're referencing when I blew all that money on the on Adidas suits, shoes, and dual exhaust.
And you're supposed to leave for college in about 3 days or something.
I know it. $2,000. Yeah, but $2,000 for college, that'd get me like one semester maybe back then.
Well, they work so hard to save that kind of money, my friend.
I know it. Okay, Tim writes this, Dear Meathead, and he knows that you have knowledge about this topic. He writes, Dear Meathead, last night a skunk was by my house and it sprayed. And then he writes, I have a 20-month-old son, and the smell was so bad it woke the kid up. He sleeps like garbage already, so the skunk nonsense needs to stop. Today, my house still smells. How do I keep skunks away? He says, P.S., I'd kill the thing as long as it didn't die by my house. And then he writes, this is Tim in Grand Rapids. He says, I know there have been tons of skunk questions in the past, but everything online is, he says, I know there have been, there's skunk information online, but it's from a bunch of hippies. He says, I'm not joking. This is really bugging me. I'm hoping for a 1960s style answer of horrible chemicals to prove to my wife what is needed. So what are your thoughts as to what Tim should do to get rid of the skunk, Dad?
To get rid of the odor? Is that what you're talking about?
He doesn't want the skunk. Well, I think the odor is going to fade, but I think what he's worried about is a return of the skunk.
Okay. Here's the situation. I have had the very identical situation quite some years ago.
Yeah.
I had set up traps to catch, what was I catching, Joanne? Squirrels. And in its place, skunks got in there.
Yes, I remember. We even talked about it.
You take a nice oversized piece of plastic, approach the cage that the skunk is trapped in there, and drape it right over them, totally cover both sides.
Uh-huh.
And skunk won't do anything to harm you. And you put that thing in your truck bed. I hope the city don't hear my conversation.
Don't tell them. This is all something that it's hypothetical.
Hypothetically.
Yes.
And you travel 10 miles or 20 miles out in the woods and release it there.
Okay. Yes, you can do that. And
keep the tarp on there at all times. It's in front of you and draping the trap.
Right.
You open the front of the trap, tilt it downward. For a while, they might not want to go, but you shake the thing up and it'll cut out and go.
Now, and they won't spray you because they're covered up, right? That's the
Absolutely. They will not spray you.
Wow.
And if they spray you, it's not going to get on you whatsoever.
Oh, but it's going to be rough.
I've done that. I've gotten away with it.
Wow.
And I recommend you do that.
Yeah.
Hopefully you live somewhere out in the woods area.
Yeah, take it. What you do is you take it over to your neighbor's neighborhood a few miles away, and you do it that. It's his problem, or maybe you're crazy.
No, I took him somewhere that nobody existed.
Maybe your crazy brother-in-law or something like that. Maybe if you did a radio show with a guy who's a pedophile, you could drop it off in his front yard.
But I'll tell you one thing: do not get caught doing that.
No. Now, Dad, I think I just saw the other day at. I forgot what store, but in the home and garden area, there is a product. It was at Costco, in fact. It was at Costco. They've got a product that you can buy and spread it around. And critters don't like it and they stay away. I think there is a product that, I don't know if it's like made from natural ingredients where almost like various chili powders and things like that. If they sniff it, it goes up their nose and they're like, oh my God, this is terrible. And they take off like a bat out of hell and they won't come near your property. I think that's actually a thing.
But I really don't like that situation because you never know when they're coming back.
Yeah,
unless you take them out, way out in the country somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
And it can be done. The trap that I had with house about 3 of those things and put them in my truck bed.
Yep.
And drove them way out there.
Yeah.
And I caught one at a time,
Right.
I didn't catch a bunch of them.
Okay, well, that's good advice, Dad. I appreciate that. And so does he.
Yeah, but keep it away from human area.
All right. Tom writes this, Dad. Hey, guy, my wife recently gave birth to my son. He turned.
Congratulations.
Yes. I even saw pictures of this little guy.
Yeah. I hope you didn't name him Reuben.
I don't think he did. But
okay.
And I don't think he reveals her. He says, my son turned 7 weeks old just the other day. And then he writes, my daughter is 3 years old, and she wants to keep him forever, of course. Our family is so in love. With that said, he's having a tough time learning the difference between night and day. Mom and I are doing the best we can. So basically, the kid stays up at night, sleeps during the day. He says, but our sleep is lacking. Do you have any advice about teaching infants to sleep at night? Thanks in advance. Please embellish. Signed, Tom.
Tom, I really, really feel bad for you. But there's actually really no cure for that. Because I happen to have one of those examples right in my own household.
Yeah, I know who it was, too.
Yeah, and guess who that was? That thing called kid, baby, did not know the difference between night and day.
Oh, yeah.
But it would sleep in the daytime.
Yep.
And wake up at night.
Okay.
And it do the same damn thing that you're going through. There's actually no cure I have for it. I don't think there is a cure for it. You got to tolerate it. Now, I used to take Eric for a ride at night.
Yes. I remember
in
those.
my car. And then I was so damn tired at 12 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning that I parked that car and I actually doze off. If the cops were out there, they would probably knock on my door and find out what the hell's going on.
We're talking 1970, 37-year-old dad with infant son me. God, yes. I wish I could travel in time just to get a picture of you crashed out in the car with me.
I had no other choice. I was so tired.
Wow. Oh, that would be fantastic. Man.
And then I'd come home. And still, you're not sleeping.
No, man.
But you calm down a little bit. I guess I don't know what happened.
So do you recommend Tom, if go out and drive and drink?
No drinking. No drinking at all. That's against my norm.
It wasn't back then.
No, I would not drink while I was driving.
Oh.
No, I got my little baby in my car,
Okay, I got you.
But this, you cannot. I have no cure for that. Just tolerate it and keep him awake. I mean, you don't have to keep him awake. He's already awake.
Yeah. Maybe that that motion.
He wouldn't fall asleep till
all I can tell you.
6:30, 7 o'clock. I don't know what that is. You get the baby gets night and day confusion.
Yes, that's it. That is the baby does get. Yeah, let me write this down. The baby gets night and day confusion.
You don't know. You can't think, but it comes to him natural.
You don't think, but it comes to him natural. I got you. Oh wow. Okay. And all I can say, my own input on this, Tom, is embrace the suck. This is horrible. And this is what you get. It's kind of like raising children is like being in scouting. You remember when you were in scouting, you get various patches when you get the achievements, you know?
Yeah.
So this is like a badge of honor. The parents, they sleep about 1 hour in a 24-hour period. They still have to go to work. They got to take care of the kid. They got to tend to the 3-year-old and play with that kid. This is what establishes those wrinkles on your face and the gray hair. This is what leads you to the stories, so that when you're 87 years old and you're telling stories like my dad just did, you've got something to tell these kids when they get old. So I suggest you do nothing except write it all down, careful notes, maybe speak into a voice recorder about how you felt, and know that one day when they're all grown up, you're going to miss those days.
Now, that's a perfect thing you just said. Record it.
Yeah, just so that you got something to use as reference point for when they grow up. Say, you drove me.
It's a memory. I mean, my God.
You know, it's going to pass. It's all temporary. It's going to stink right now, but it's all temporary. It's going to get better for you. Don't worry.
It's temporary for about 1.5 years, 2 years. So if you can call it temporary, go ahead and try it.
Okay.
But you know what? You're the adult. You got a little baby that's going to grow up to be a super duper kid.
Right.
And you're going to tell him that story, and he'll remember it.
Yep. He will. Just like now. I mean, what you just did with me, that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Oh God, it was a piece of cake, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
I traded like a piece of cake now, but it wasn't.
Oh, at the time,
I didn't
it was
even
terrible.
have a cake to have.
No, you had nothing. My God. And then mom was yelling at you, man, all the damn time. Oh my God. I can just imagine. Oh, all right.
Well, I didn't mind doing it because she was with the baby for the whole day.
Oh yeah. Okay. Listen up. Jesse writes this. Dear Meathead, this is a financial / negotiation question. My wife and I just purchased a car that's new to us. It's a 2019. She had a 2018. So that the car that she's giving up wasn't that old either. She has a 2018 Chevy Traverse. She keeps pushing to get a new car, but is very much in the red when it comes to the amount owed and what the trade-in value of the car actually is. I keep trying to explain to her that it is not a good financial move to be upside down on a car. I'm trying to compromise on a solution that works for both sides. How do I explain this to her and come up with a compromise? So basically, she's got a 2018. She wants a new vehicle, but if she does that, she's going to owe more than the car is worth, I guess. So he doesn't want to be upside down. He just wants her to keep driving that one, you know? What does he do here? How does he make her understand that she's making a terrible decision?
Well, I really can't say she's making a terrible decision, but in my opinion, that car is not old enough to be salvaged. It's a good running car, I presume. And I cannot see the common sense of wanting a brand new car. I'm talking about me.
Yeah.
I picked up cars after the car that I had was totally ready to be salvaged.
Yeah.
A car that's running good, dependable vehicle and all that, doesn't need to be replaced. Now, Americans are really spoiled as all hell. We buy things just because of what it looks like versus the one that you have and what it looks like. Now, I would not buy a new car because the old car is 3 years old.
Right. Yeah, you gotta run that thing into the ground.
No, you don't need to run it in the ground. But then again, if it's a nice vehicle, it's taking care of you. I don't see what the common sense of purchasing it for a new car. I don't say we. I buy cars when I need to know that the other one is dying. Because nowadays it's a leasing situation. We don't buy and to own. So I think it's really, I don't want to use the word foolish, but it's not an intelligent thing to get a very good car. It's a running thing. Go in hock for another $300 a month payment or so just to have a new car.
Dad, I'm writing this sound advice down, and I came up with from you, quote, I buy cars when I need to know the other is dying.
Yes.
And I also
I mean, I really keep the car for a long, long time. Now, not nowadays. Nowadays, the car lasts 3 years and gone because of the lease.
I know it. And then I also got Americans are really spoiled as all hell.
Yes. We are spoiled.
These are all true things, Dad. I couldn't agree more. I think Jesse has the car. It's a great running car. There's really, other than the reasons you suggested, there's no reason for that car to be traded in. I think you kind of just take care of it and try to use that money that you would spend on, I don't know, saving it up.
Man, let me add something else to that. It just popped in my brain.
Okay.
An average good car, I don't know if they're going to buy it or lease it, but the leasing for is $300 a month.
Yeah.
For 3 years, put $300 a month in the bank.
Yes. That's a great
and
idea.
And then you look at your own estate and say, oh, my God, look at how much I saved.
Yeah, or to be even better yet, invested in an IRA, for God's sake.
Absolutely.
I mean, geez. You got
to tell you what, I hope these people are very young people can listen to me.
I think they are. Well, they're all younger than me.
They will catch up to my age in life.
Yes.
And believe you me, to have $75,000 to $80,000 in a bank,
my God,
that you didn't need it, is not a bad idea.
Dad, did you know that in school, the simple idea of saving your money is not really taught in our education system?
Absolutely correct.
The whole concept of saving a little bit. Like if a kid at age 17 put away minimal amount of money because they have the advantage of time and invested it appropriately, it would be quite aggressive because of their age. They could invest the money into an aggressive style type of IRA or mutual fund. By the time they get to be 65 years old, they're going to be millionaires.
I mean, what's the sense of having millions if you can't use it? I can understand that. But that $1 million in time before it got to be $1 million, let's say it's 999, start enjoying it. That gives you something to work with. I really don't want to save money for my kids to get. I don't, but I do.
Hold on, I got to write that down. I don't want to save money for my kids to get.
No.
That's perfect. Okay.
Kids are going to learn to do something of their own to save money for their own.
Hey, spend it wisely. Yeah, that's exactly right. Anybody that sits around.
Spend it wisely, buying nice things or nice things.
Yeah.
But then again, don't squander the money.
Exactly.
Hey, I just brought up you, for instance. Overnight, you spent $2,000. Now, you're only, 17, 18 years old?
Oh, yeah, that was a good time.
Well, hey, it's a passe. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's beautiful. But at the time that it happened, it was not a good thing to do. You're ready to go to college.
It's a bad idea.
You're helping me, and I didn't have the money to foot the bill.
No, you didn't. My God. Okay, Chris writes this. Dear Meathead, the weather's been great here in Michigan, as you know, Dad. He says, I was curious, what's your favorite of the 4 seasons and why?
The springtime is my favorite season. For one thing, the greatest thing I love to see is a dead tree come to life.
Okay, that is great.
I really mean that.
All right, I like it.
I have a tree. What was that a tree across the oak tree that will retain its leaves for the entire winter.
Yeah.
And then it sheds it off about, I'd say, in the next 10, 20 days.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Of course,
And
I got a.
Oh, that's.
a
I know.
Crazy to clean it all up.
I know that's
But
your
that
thing.
tree is beautiful in the winter time when I'm looking at it with all the leaves. There isn't a tree. Well, there's the pine trees. Pine trees never die. But this one is right next to them. It's just a gorgeous tree with leaves on it.
Gotcha. He also wants to know, Chris says, well, I was curious, did the snow that you shoveled onto the grass melt yet?
I'll tell you what, no, it didn't. Well, it did now because I had piled, let's see, 3.5, 4 feet high.
Oh, God. Yeah.
But I started shoveling it out and spreading it into the field and the lot.
I know.
And I did that, then it started melting when the sun came out. I think it's a struggle. That was hard work.
I don't know why you do that.
The thing had melted and frozen.
Yeah.
You can't break it.
Yeah, you see, I had that same pile in my yard, and it's gone now because it was 65 degrees. I mean, you know.
I shoveled them. I scattered them.
You did a bunch of extra work is what I think you did.
I did. But then you had nothing else to do.
Okay. Adam, this is our last question. Adam writes, good morning, Ruben. What are your thoughts on the United States spending a bunch of money to explore space with all the unfixed problems here on Earth? Thank you, Adam in Northern Michigan.
Adam, that's a really good question. The thing that I cannot understand is what's the advantage of it?
What are the advantages?
Are we going to go in space and make a living and live there? And it's a total unknown situation. We have all the problems in the world on the earth, on the ground that we walk on. We're not spending any significant time to correct that. Look at the fact that people are hating people. That's an issue that has to be addressed.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Going to the space, I don't get the common sense of it. And the money that is spent in doing that, we can spend that in correcting our own situation on Earth.
Okay.
No, I'm not into condoning that.
Okay, say no to space exploration until we're done.
No, well, what's there? I mean, if there's anything, it would be another thing just like an Earth, maybe. We got water up there. You can walk on it. I don't get that. We got ground that we haven't developed in here. We're going out there to develop. I think that's appalling.
Dad, I took one final note that you said, and I'm going to read it back to you. It says, the question, are we going to go in space and make a living?
Yeah.
And
are we?
You're right. That's a great question. I don't know.
Look at the billions of dollars we spent in manufacturing the flight type of a machine to take us there. And then half a dozen of people go over there and stick a flag in the ground and then come back to do what?
Yes, we could have ended hunger, you know?
We can use that in improving our own people's lives.
Dad, I think you've made some great points, as always. The audience is appreciative. You know how much these people love you, don't they? Or don't you?
I don't, but I appreciate the fact that they want to listen to that.
Oh, they love you so much, Dad. You're like the favorite part of the show. You always have been.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your audience. They're wonderful people. I'll tell you what. Occasionally, I get some messages from them. I just love them.
Yep. They are the best, Dad. They definitely take care of us.
And by the way, I don't say anything to hurt anyone's feelings if I do, but I'm straight up with you guys.
No, of course you are. You're fantastic. That's what people love about you. Well, okay, I'm going to leave it right there. I will talk to you later on and see what's going on. Okay, Dad?
All right, honey, and thanks for the opportunity to speak to the people. So I love them all, and God bless you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys. See ya. Love you.
Love you too, honey. Love the audience.
Yeah, bye-bye. There you go. Oops, cut him off there. There you go. Another, you know what I forgot to do? I am so sorry. I'll leave it up here. Dear Meathead, brought to you by JM Synthetics. Oh, sorry about that, Jason. Oh, my God. The whole idea, the fact that tomorrow he gets his second vaccine. I actually had that conversation with him yesterday, so I kind of figured he was going to bring it up again because it's weighing on his heart. He's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go with Zach, my neighbor, to see the house that he just refinished. Okay, but I'm going to go. Oh, why don't you want to go? Because I'm not vaccinated. I go, well, yeah, I see that. You're 87 years old. You're not vaccinated. Why would you? You have spent 364 days avoiding this exact scenario. Why, on the day before your vaccination, would you then say, "Hey, fuck it, guy"? He wouldn't say that. "Hey, screw it, guy. I'm going to go with Zach and see. Zach the Egyptian is going to take me to see his house." And oops, shit, just called my brother. Didn't want to do that. So I don't know. I should call my brother and tell him that. That's not a bad idea. I hope he picks it up. You guys have very rarely heard from World Book Jim. It's probably working. He works from home. He's a software engineer or something like that. Come on, man.
Hello.
Hey, it's Eric. I'm on the podcast. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Everybody says hi.
Tell them I say hello.
Okay, so I got to tell you this.
Okay.
I had Dad on, his weekly segment. And he had told me this yesterday, and he told me he was going to change his mind and not do this, but now he's doubled back. He is 1 day away from his second vaccination.
I know.
So he says to me, Zach, Zach the Egyptian, the neighbor.
Yeah.
Zach wants me to go to his house to see the house he renovated. I go, yeah. So I'm going to go. I go, why are you going to do that? Well, because I feel bad. I go, Dad, you've done 1 year of isolation, and exactly in 1 day before your final step, you're going to go out and mingle. And I tried to get through to him, but he got frustrated and said, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah. Such is life.
Yeah. So I tried to.
He was really upset. He was really upset that I wanted to come over 2 weeks after his shot
to do his taxes.
Yeah. And he goes, "Hey, I don't know if you can come over.
Right.
I don't know."
He did this. Yeah. Sorry.
He says, "I don't know if you can come over." I said, "No, 2 weeks is good. No, I'm just not comfortable."
Right.
I said, "Go ask Joanne." And then Joanne told him.
Yeah, it's like he cares more about the people, like his neighbor. He's worried more about hurting Zach's feelings than it doesn't make any sense. How can he be so concerned after vaccination for your appearance? Then how does that, is that the dementia talking, do you think?
I don't know. He's 87 too. I mean,
wow.
I guess at 87, you're in the right to do whatever the hell you want.
Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't press him on it, but I was like, now he's probably going to be fine at the end of the day. I mean, it's probably not going to be an issue, but I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I love him to death. Don't try to figure out the logic.
Okay. All right. Well, it's funny because I accidentally butt dialed you, and then I doubled back. I go, I should actually bring him on to ask him his opinion of this. So there you go. That's why I brought you in.
I wasn't overly entertaining though.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, what?
I don't think I was overly entertaining.
No, but still, I wanted your insight. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. It's part of it. We kind of just.
Now, we can spend some time on the podcast talking about how I don't think he's really 87. I think he's 82.
Okay, now the reason why this happens is because he had said many times he was 16 upon his arrival in the United States.
Correct.
However, I've seen it. You've seen it. The ship's manifest. I think it was called the Liberté.
Yeah.
Says him as 21, right?
Yeah, and the years align with that. So if you work backwards from there, he told a story once of how he used to drive Jeeps for U.S. Army GIs and eat chocolate in Iran.
He's told that on the podcast.
Yeah, so he's told that story. And I'm like, well, they let 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds drive them around? Like, how safe was that? And he goes, no, I was older. And I'm like, I think I got you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then the Highland Park class that he was like president of this learn to speak English class in Highland Park High School.
Yeah.
And he was 21 in that. That had him instead of graduating in 54.
Yeah.
It was for adults. So he was already out of high school. He didn't have to go to high school.
Oh my God. You're right. Well, wait a minute now. If he arrived when he was 16, that would have meant that was 71 years ago. Right?
Right. He would have been, so 16 years ago would have put him arriving in 50.
Okay. All right. Well, that I was trying to punch a hole.
And so he didn't arrive in 1950.
Oh.
The boat arrived in 54 or 55.
Ellis Island closed November 12th, 1954.
He didn't go through Ellis Island. He said, well, he might have. I thought he went through the port of New York.
No, because back then they would go to Ellis Island and then you're checked for illness.
I couldn't find his name on the Ellis Island records.
I found the ship's manifest at the Ellis Island.
Okay.
I actually went there and saw it 2 summers ago. So
very cool.
That's where I found it. But I don't remember that. I'd have to look at the actual date that his arrival was. Well, it had to be before November 12th, 1954. I think it was 1954. So he was like one of the last boats in.
Yeah. So if he was born in 34, like he says,
yes,
that means he was 20 when he got here.
Well, no, it'd be 21 because it would be March.
Well, depending on the month.
Well, that adds up. So if he's 21 when he got here and not 16, that makes him 5 years younger.
Correct.
Well, wait a minute here. His Aunt Garcia.
No, that doesn't make him 5 years younger.
What does that make him? Wait a minute. I'm confused.
If he truly came over at 16 and you tie it to the ship's date, he would have had to have been born in 39.
Oh.
So one of those two things doesn't add up.
So he could be 82?
Could be 82 if he truly came over at 16. Like he says he was. Maybe he was 16.
Okay.
So you remember Aunt Doris and Uncle Mac? You probably don't remember them at all.
I know the story. I know who Uncle Mac is. That was his uncle who took care of him when he got here.
Yeah. So Aunt Doris, I think they've both passed, but Aunt Doris has a son. You should check with that son.
He's a lawyer, Kachik.
Yeah, you should get him on the podcast to unravel the mystery of our father.
Shit.
Now, he could be like the lost king of Armenia. And maybe they're hiding. He's been in like witness protection.
Okay. I'm gonna...
You might be the prince. This might be like Coming to America too.
I am not giving up on this. You have me hooked. I am okay. He doesn't now we have to be very careful because he does not enjoy this conversation.
No, don't bring it up.
No. So what do you think? Do you think he's 87 or do you think he's just screwing up the year he was born?
If he's truly 87, having lived the life that he's lived, he's a miracle. He'll live to 100. He's like from Deuteronomy, like Moses.
Oh my God.
Because he's gonna live 160 years. All right, because it's, to me, I'm like, good Lord.
Well, look, we know that he's older than his sister.
Yes.
Aunt Garcia.
Yeah, so you gotta find out how old Aunt Garcia is.
Okay. I think she's 82. I think.
Then if it is, then he came over, then he is 87, and he came over and when he was 21 years old.
hell did he screw that up then? He's like, he just threw an age out there and just convinced him. But then again, he went, but he did go to high school though. Did he go to high school at 21?
No, he didn't go to high school. He went to Highland Park High. I got this yearbook photo and I looked it up and read up on it. And Highland Park High had like they had school for people newly arrived immigrants.
Right. That's what you said. Okay.
Yeah, and he became like on his second year there, he became like the president.
Okay.
Of the school. Like I'm like kind of proud. I'm like, hey, that's good. But when I bring it up, he doesn't know anything about it.
Oh my God. Well,
but I have a picture of him like with his classmates. You know, we have that picture of him with his classmates.
Oh, I gotta see that. Wow. Okay. All right. Now I'm really interested in this. Okay, I'm so glad I called you. This is great.
All right, solve the riddle. Hey, this would make a good book, so don't publish any of this stuff.
No. Yeah, we'll add it. We'll add it into the book.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. There you go. That's World Book Jim. Very, very rare appearance on the podcast. Wow. Yeah, my dad gets bummed out when Jim talks about that shit. So all those stories about him coming here when he was 16 may be a little wonky. The math sounds fuzzy. That is absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to hear more about this. Oh, man. Tyler says the Meathead mystery is unraveling. I think back then some 16-year-olds could pass for 20-year-olds, especially if they had a rough life. Yes, that's true. Kate liked the Coming to America reference. Jason says, gosh, I'm wondering how old I am. Didn't he cut his thumb off? That thing should have exposed the rings. Now it was his finger. Oh, man, this is incredible. Pull a tooth and count the rings. Oh, my God. Kent says, Kent out of the blue, punch from the back of the room with don't worry, Jim. Eric's not overly entertaining either. Oh, my gosh. All right. Tarantula Farmer says, he kind of sounds like Stu. Oh, God help him. And then Kenny, he just wanted to get a head start. Hey, man, he just wanted to get a head start on his drinking days. So he told everyone he was 5 years older. Oh, my back. Wow, that was incredible. Okay, where am I? I'm so late. There you go. Dear Meathead, that's brought to you by Ionia Outdoors. I'm sorry. Damn it. Forget that I said that. I was reading and thinking at the same time. Dear Meathead is brought to you by JM Synthetics, found at Ionia Outdoors. Walk by the display for JM Synthetics when you're at Ionia Outdoors. Chances are you'll see somebody there buying bomb-making material so that the kid can blow off his thumbs. This is shit kicker land. JM Synthetics, I'm just kidding, is on sale at Ionia Outdoors. You can also get it at jmsynthetics.com. My Patreon this week, the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, happens Friday. Ben will be telling the story about how he almost died. I cannot wait to hear this. I'm deliberately avoiding talking to him so that he doesn't give me any of the details ahead of time. You'll hear about it when I hear about it. Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, just part of my stable of content that I produce there each and every week. If you're into another 13 hours of fresh content, including Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer trivia, which you can play for cash, the Insane Asylum, the daily Patreon bonus podcast, not to mention the Lost Zane recordings and the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. It's all there for you at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Tag Accounting wants to do your taxes. 616-301-9516. We're getting close to the end of the line on tax season. And if you're like putting it off, what the hell am I going to do? I've got the solution. No matter where you are in the USA, reach out to my friends at Tag Accounting. 616-301-9516 or drop an email, troy@tagcpa.com. Who fixes the cars in the Eric Zane Show podcast household? Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, 616-532-6600. Domestic, Asian, European. They fix them all. The only thing they don't fix is Volkswagen. Take your Nazi shit out of here. 616-532-6600. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. I trust them. You should trust them as well. They are the best. They told me something that was crazy, and it's like a secret. She goes, you want to know is a great secret to show that you're dealing with a reputable place to get your car fixed? I go, what? She goes, if they work on Saturday. I go, what? She goes, yep. If they're open on Saturday, they need to work extra hard for the business, and they don't do a good job. So they have to be open on Saturday. I go, is that a thing? It sounds like it doesn't make. She goes, nope, we don't have to be open because we do such a good, thorough job. We have so many return customers. We don't have to be open. We actually prefer our employees to have the day off so they can come back fresh and give us their expertise. And I go, that's incredible. She goes, yep, telltale sign you're dealing with losers if they're open on Saturday. Oh, my God. Irvine's is not open on Saturday. Monday through Friday, get your cars fixed at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. And then there's BK Guns and Stuff. Your firearms busted, 616-902-2447 for BK Guns and Stuff. Customized, repaired, cleaned, firearms transfers. They do it all, 616-902-2447. Find them on Facebook, BK Guns, the letter N, Stuff. Okay? Thank you to them. Kate in New Jersey writes, she really likes Jim's voice. She's like, he's got a very soothing voice. Kate says this is a whole separate podcast, referring to the stuff about Jim and my dad. She says, I love this. No, Jim's good. We might have to get Jim back on. Hold on a second. Let me call him one more time.
Hello?
Yeah, one more thing.
Okay.
Kate in New Jersey loves your voice, first of all.
Who's Kate?
Kate. She's one of my audience members. She's awesome.
Oh, okay.
And also, she says this could be a whole separate podcast, you and me talking about Dad.
Yeah. Yes, it could.
Yeah.
It could be like the Hunt for Red October.
Right.
It could be, who knows where this leads us.
Oh my God.
It'd be like an episode of Ghost Hunters.
I know it.
I think the ghost was a stink bug.
Yeah, we're just gonna bring that up because I played that for the audience on the podcast. You think it was a stink bug, huh?
Yeah, we found a rogue stink bug in Zach's room.
Well, how was it lit up though?
It's night, so it's got its like night camera, and so it would I don't know. It was either mom or a stink bug. Those are two options right now.
Holy shit. Oh my God, it is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was like ready to sell the house.
I know it was. I hated that. I was me. I know Stevie, one of my other audience members. We actually had a conversation about it off of the podcast. I go, oh yeah, it's a ghost. I'm convinced it's a ghost.
Yeah, no, that stuff scares me.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Very
See
good.
ya.
See you. Bye. There you go. Oh my God. Stink bug. Oh shit. Oh, this is too much fun. I've been having so much fun this week with you guys. I'm telling you. All right, this story's gonna drive you crazy. Every time I hear about somebody wrongfully convicted. You ever see that movie about Reuben Hurricane Carter? You got to see that. That's a dude who's like one of the best boxers in the world. He's wrongly accused. He's in prison forever. No more boxing career for Reuben Hurricane Carter. Friggin' Bob Dylan made a song about it. Great song. I should play that on the Insane Asylum. This poor son of a bitch. He was locked up. for 5 years. Did not commit this murder. Listen to this crock of shit. This comes out of Lansing area, part of Michigan.
Several years and multiple court orders and subpoenas for Hertz to turn over this receipt.
Hold on. Jumped right into the damn story somehow. I don't know how the hell I recorded that, but let me give you a little bit more background. This guy did not commit a murder. His alibi is, hey, I was getting a rental car from Hertz. Okay? And they go, yeah, prove it. And he goes, I will. So he goes to Hertz. He goes, hey, I need a receipt because these guys are accusing me of murder. And they said, no, we're not giving it to you. He goes, why not? They go, we don't want to. They go, hey, man, if you don't give me that, I'm going to be convicted of murder. And they said, fuck you. So, all right. So this guy gets convicted of murder. Holy shit. Now, he didn't do it. And that receipt by these assholes at Hertz, of course, this is the company that once had O.J. Simpson in their ad campaigns. He's suing Hertz now, and he should. Listen.
Several years and multiple court orders and subpoenas for Hertz to turn over this receipt. It shows Herbert Alford was at the Hertz here at the Lansing Airport at 3 p.m. on October 18th, 2011. 6 minutes before, Michael Adams was shot and killed here in the 3400 block of Pleasant Grove. A simple Google search shows the trip takes an average of 14 to 26 minutes. His attorney says that proves his innocence.
If anybody's ever traveled Lansing from Pleasant Grove to the airport, you know that is not possible to accomplish. You couldn't even do it in a helicopter.
Alfred was convicted in 2016.
Wow.
In 2018, Hertz turned over the receipt, and his conviction was overturned.
There's no question that he would have avoided going.
So is it like this? The judge is like, well, I can't allow you to get to be set free unless you just like at the store, we're going to need a receipt, proof of purchase. So the Hertz people are like, nope, we're not going to do that. We're not. How could you possibly? There has to be at least one person involved with Hertz that had to go to bed at night knowing that they were causing an innocent man to be locked up. And then they were okay with that.
2018, Hertz turned over the receipt, and his conviction was overturned.
There's no question that he would have avoided going to prison had they produced this documentation.
Wow. Documentation that came too late.
I think they looked at the situation, saw that there was a man, an African-American man, charged with murder, and this just wasn't worthy of their time. It doesn't take away the fact that...
Yeah, this guy, it's hard to argue. I mean, this guy's playing the race card on the thing. But prove him wrong. I mean, shit.
For several years, he went to bed every night thinking he was never going to get out of that facility. And that takes an enormous toll on someone's mental health.
Now, Alfred is suing Hertz Corporation.
Good. I think this organization needs to be held accountable.
Oh, big time.
They can't come into our community and take money from our citizens and look the other way when it comes to court orders that could potentially affect someone's life and liberty.
We reached out to Hertz, but as of airtime, they have not responded for comment. Here for you in Lansing, Araceli Crescencio, 6 News.
Okay, I in addition to the lawsuit, which he should be given, like the company, in my opinion, a lot of money, I would want to know, can someone take me through the timeline of events in your brains that had you not granting that request? Why? What was happening? What were you concerned with by allowing that receipt to be shown? I mean, that would have saved this guy years of his life. I don't get it. Oh my God. And if that's you, what is that worth to you in cost? I mean, if you're suing someone, Jesus. Nick writes, Ford missed an opportunity for a great new ad for the new Bronco. Kenny with a callback. Who's laughing now? Hot Wings. Keep those receipts, people. Oh, fuck. Man. Holy cow. That is really, really strange. Really, really strange. Jason says couple million, easy. Absolutely. I cannot believe that. What an absolute cluster. I do the email of the day on this show each and every day on the show, except today. Well, no, I got one. Nathan sent one along. I can read that. The email of the day brought to you by Forever Lawn, West Michigan, online, foreverlawn.com/WMI. Synthetic grass for your business, for your home, kennel grass, sports grass, whatever it may be, foreverlawn.com/WMI. This has kind of like been an underlying back and forth throughout the week about $15 an hour minimum wage. Nathan has this. Hey, dude, $15 an hour only affects assholes. Huh? My parents are entrepreneurs, and they paid their employees $15 an hour 25 years ago. Now, that's a meager living at best. People are making more collecting unemployment and food stamps. That's why the minimum needs to be raised. Also, only an asshole would be making a living off someone who doesn't make enough money to provide for a family. So I think he's saying, like, for example, Rick pays his employees a certain wage, but I don't know if necessarily a lot of Rick's employees are with families. I think that they took the job almost like as a first job. New rule: don't hire anyone that's not worth $15 an hour. After that, it doesn't affect you. So I'm struggling with what exactly he's getting, if he's pro 15 or anti 15. I think he's pro 15, but he doesn't do that great of a job explaining it. The line, only an asshole would make a living off someone who doesn't make enough money to provide for a family. I think that might be the one. That line right there might put you firmly in the camp that you're in. And I think that you're going to now get murdered by the group of people that usually enjoy this show. All right. We've got a nominee for Asshole of the Day for Egyptian Zach. Dad also said that Zach, it's Zach the Egyptian. Zach the Egyptian. Dad was saying yesterday, I don't know why he asked me. He knows better. So I had down David Saylor, the guy who got his kid's thumbs blown off. So I'm going to throw it out there. Do you guys think it should be David Saylor, the guy who got his kid's means of transportation blown off of his hands, or Zach the Egyptian for wanting to, for trying to convince my dad to drive with him to his new home that he just flipped and to show it off to my dad? I'll take your votes on the live stream. Should AOTD be EOTD? Egyptian of the Day. No, it's just Zach the Egyptian. Should it be Zach the Egyptian or David Saylor? I need your votes on Asshole of the Day. If you're on the live stream, I want to see that. Nick says minimum wages for learners. Anything higher is for earners, dumbass. Stevie says, wait, I thought he was kidding. Did that kid really lose his thumbs? Yeah, I don't know if you got here late. In the story, the kid's thumbs got blown off. So that's why I said the joke, how's that kid ever going to get to work? I got one vote for Zach the Egyptian. If you think it should be David Saylor or Zach the Egyptian, leave it in the comments, and I'll tally them. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it there. I need more than one vote. All right. Where are we? Oh, my God. I got to finish up with this Pierce Morgan temper tantrum. This was just embarrassing. I got another vote for Zach the Egyptian. I think it's going to go that way. You guys don't think it should be the guy who was helping his kid build bombs? And it was okay with his kid bringing a bomb to school? I think it should be David Saylor. But everybody is saying that's Zach the Egyptian. should be the asshole of the day. Well, all right, if you say so. Andrea says Zach the Egyptian. Stevie says Zach the Egyptian. Wendy says Zach. Nick says Zach. Fuck, man. I love Zach. Zach the Egyptian. Hey, Ruben. Hey, Ruben. Hey, Zach. Hey, guy. They both sound the same. We'll go to see my house. All right. Chris says it should be David Saylor. Uh-oh. This other one says David Saylor. Polly says both. All right. I'll put them both on. Fuck you guys. It's a dual winner. David Saylor. We can have both. What the hell? Sorry. You're both assholes of the day. Zach the Egyptian's awesome. I would say David Saylor definitely over Zach the Egyptian. Okay. What the hell am I doing here? A&E Heating and Cooling reminds you that if you want the Remy Halo installed, all you got to do is call up Joe Martinez, 616-516-8579. Is he even here today? I don't even think he's in the room with us. 616-516-8579. The Remy Halo is that device that all the other heating and cooling dudes and chicks. Are there any heating and cooling chicks? I talk about a business dominated by dudes. That would be cool if your heating and cooling person was a chick. 616-516-80. And not one of those chicks that looks like one of the funny girls. You know, not a chick that looks like a dude. I mean a chick that actually looks like a chick. 616-516-8579. For A&E Heating and Cooling, have the Remy Halo installed by Joe. The electromagnetic light takes care of all bacteria and all viruses and kills them, turns them into harmless hydrogen peroxide. Okay? That means your home's air is cleaner, smells better, you're safer. A&E Heating and Cooling installs it for $650. All the other big guys do it for $1,000. If you're a Zane Show podcast listener, it's $650. If you're not, it's $750. A&E Heating and Cooling. Online at aeheatingcooling.net. I do not care anything about the royal family. I am not interested in the idea of Harry and Meghan Markle leaving the family. I am perplexed as to why it's even a thing, though, but that has nothing to do with them and their drama. What a pointless endeavor, the royal family. There's no reason why these people are there other than for ribbon cutting and to make fucking old guys who walk around their backyards and Ringo turn them into knights. Ringo needs to be a knight, by the way. Sir Paul is. That's what they do. Yeah, why would you want to hang on? If you're in England, why would you want to hang on to the royals? You know, you realize King George and the oppression that occurred with the royal family back when America was becoming a country, you know? These are fucking what they were doing there, the oppression that the British were doing, wasn't that different than the fucking crazy-ass Nazis. So does Germany want to hang on to the glory days of the Nazi regime? No. Why the fuck does England go, yes, the glory days with the king and the queen and the fucking oppression and the genocide? Why? What the fuck? Why would you even do this? But they do. So this Harry dude, he's the only one that's got his fucking act together because he's like, fuck you guys, man. I got the hottest chick in the room. I'm going to America, and I'm leaving you fuckers behind. And so whatever. You know, I don't give a shit. Dude comes to America. The thing is, what's interesting is this. So they cut him off, and he doesn't, isn't like paid anymore. And how? First of all, why the fuck do these people even get money for doing what? I don't know. He's like, fuck you. I don't need your money. I don't need your security. I would go over to America. He doesn't have a job. But what he does is, you know what he does? He just signed up for a fucking podcast. He signed out with Spotify. This dude's going to be podcasting. So, you know, he signs this 7-figure deal with them. Before you know it, you're going to be hearing this guy everywhere talking about whatever the fuck he wants to talk about. I'd listen to. I'd listen to that fucking ginger get on there and talk shit about how fucked up it is living with these inbred assholes and all that bullshit there. You know, this guy wants white picket fence, mow the lawn, and whatever. So, you know, you got to love that. What's not to like about that? But that's the extent. That's all hypothetical. That's the extent of what I know about these people. I don't really care. So Oprah sits down with Markle and Dude, and they talk about, all sorts of shit. I don't even want to get into it. But now there's the outrage, and the British people are pissed off at the monarchy. Piers Morgan has been really super critical of this Meghan Markle. I don't know. All I know is what I've learned in the last 24 hours. So they're having a discussion about this exact Oprah meeting the next day on Good Morning Britain. And Morgan is sitting there seething like a bitch. And one of the other hosts is talking about what everybody in England is talking about. And in a lot of cases here in the U.S. I don't know why, but it's stupid. So he's given his point of view. You know, if anybody's going to be able to talk about it, I would say people in England. It's a big deal to these people. And he's talking about her. Now, in her discussion, when she was talking with Oprah, she did say something about somebody in the royal family was concerned about the color of their kid's skin. And so there's that. And so Morgan has been ripping her a new one for a long time. And he even, in calling her out the next day, questioned whether or not she was sincere about her when she said she wanted to commit suicide. And that's tricky business, man. I don't know if you ever want to be in the world. And I would never want to be in a world where someone says, yeah, man, I felt really bad. I felt like killing myself. And if you were to say, yeah, whatever, you know, that's, you know, you can think it to yourself. But if you look at somebody who says, yeah, I want to kill myself, and then say, yeah, bullshit. Yeah. Whatever. You're just a manipulator. Okay. So he did that. And now everybody was giving him shit, this Morgan guy. Well, they're having this discussion on Good Morning Britain. And I forget who this guy is who's talking. He sounds like the character. Did your kids watch Kipper the dog? Some of you probably don't. Most of you probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But my kids watch this British show called on PBS called Kipper the dog. The dog with the slipper. That's Kipper. Kipper the dog. You know? I got to get the Kipper the dog theme. I wonder if I'm going to get a YouTube ticket for playing the Kipper the dog theme. It's catchy. What was his friend's name? Kipper the dog. This is a really wholesome show. And the dog, he's got this great accent. Oh, we're going to go look for the slipper. Kipper the dog. Come on. Get to it. I got to sit through an ad. 3, 2, 1. Skip ad. And
they call him Kipper. Kipper the dog. The dog with the slipper. That's Kipper. Kipper the dog.
He can do this.
It's a toad, not a frog.
It's a toad, not a frog.
Now he can do this. Do you think that you could? And he can do that, which is more than any old cat could. Would you like a dog, like a dog, like a dog, like a dog, like Kipper? That's Kipper the dog. Yeah. Now that's a frog. They call him Kipper. Kipper the dog. dog with a slipper. That's Kipper. Kipper the dog.
By the way, that's a toad, not a frog.
Now he can do this. Do you think that you could too? He can do that, which is more than any old cat could. Would you like a dog, like a dog, like a dog, like a dog, like Kipper? That's Kipper the dog. Yeah.
Now that's a frog. Oh, thank you.
That's the ADHD. The show is driven by ADHD. Oh, now I'm getting requests. Jimmy in Maine is bringing me back, man. Okay, Jimmy, you got it, buddy. I have a hard time manipulating this keyboard. Oh, this is going to be good. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round because we are going to the Ladybug Picnic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The Ladybugs came to the Ladybugs Picnic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they all played games at the Ladybugs Picnic. They had 12 sacks, so they ransacked races, and they fell on the backs, and they fell on the faces. The Ladybugs 12 at the Ladybugs Picnic. They played jump rope, but the rope it broke, so they just sat around telling knock-knock jokes. The Ladybugs 12 at the Ladybugs Picnic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and they chatted away at the Ladybugs Picnic. They talked about the high price of furniture and rugs and fire insurance for Ladybugs. Ladybugs 12 at the Ladybugs Picnic. 12.
12. Sesame Street. Fuck
yes. Are you trying to do the harmonies, or are you just trying that far off key? No, I can't hit the notes. I definitely was trying for the harmonies, to answer your question. Definitely was trying to hit the harmonies. Could not hit it. Failed miserably. You know, it's really crazy that while talking about the host getting pissed off at Piers Morgan, I can suggest that the host sounds like Kipper the dog, which can then morph into listening to the theme to Kipper the dog, which then transitions to the Ladybug Picnic. If there are any other school-age things that you want to hear, I'll be happy to roll the dice on getting a YouTube ticket at any one time. Well, anyway, Morgan is now out. He quit. He quit his job at Good Morning Britain because he's a bitch. Kipper the dog is talking about why do you continue to do this shit and attack her? She doesn't attack you. And then he gets pissed off and storms off. Listen to this thing.
And I understand that you've got a personal relationship with Meghan Markle, or had one, and she cut you off. She's entitled to cut you off if she wants to. Has she said anything about you since she cut you off? I don't think she has, but yet you continue to trash her.
Okay, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, maybe not mine.
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't do this.
This is absolutely diabolical.
This is diabolical behavior. I'm here looking for my slipper. I'm the dog named Kipper. And this is diabolical behavior. Have you no sense? How can you possibly do that? I'm looking for the dog with the slipper. That's Kipper. The dog with the slipper. That's Kipper. Kipper the dog. All right, that was a lot of fun. Thanks, folks. Talk to you down the road at the Extinction Podcast. Yeah. Have a good one. Talk to you on the Patreon bonus. Till next time. Bye-bye.